What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, talking today about Hogwarts Legacy, because the first reviews are finally coming out, and they are surprisingly positive. Some glowing reviews from pretty much all the major critics. Every single website across the globe seems to love this game, and I have to admit, I'm kind of surprised by this. It's not that the trailers looked bad or that the marketing campaign was lackluster, but it seems like this game is probably going to end up being the highest selling project in all of 2023. But I wanted to take a look at some of the reviews and some of the conversation and controversy around this project that technically isn't even out yet. Hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, I'm actually about to get a big oral surgery here in 2 hours. So I wanted to talk about some good games right before I have some extreme pain. So starting off, we're over here on Metacritic.com. The scores actually just dropped. We have 42 critic scores so far for a grand total of averaged 86. This is insanely freaking positive. I mean, for the most part, when it comes to games, especially big AAA releases, it feels like you get a good mix. A lot of times some websites will skew more negative or more positive, but for this, it seems like overwhelmingly people freaking love it. I mean, freaking IGN Portugal is calling it a masterpiece. Terra Gamer is saying it's living up to the promise of making you that wizarding student. Now, I find it interesting that some places that have been publishing a lot of articles about the Hogwarts Legacy boycott have still not done reviews. Places like GameSpot, Kotaku, Polygon, and thegamer.com have all refused to seemingly review the game itself. Now, I find this interesting because really, I have nothing against that. If you want to boycott a game or support a game, that's totally up to you. I'm a big supporter of vote with your wallet. So if you think something is not worth your $70, do what you gotta do. But what else is interesting is look what IGN actually did. IGN actually has a huge, extremely comprehensive review. It's so crazy in depth. I actually read big chunks of it. And it really does just go through every single aspect of gameplay, exploration, graphics, but they did put a little disclosure here in the middle because even if you want to try and avoid thinking about it, the creator of Harry Potter is a weirdo. She definitely has a lot of weird comments about transgender people, and they basically said that thankfully, it looks like this game is not freaking full of that crap. I was a little bit, I'm just glad that this is just on its own. It stands on its own as a fantastic game by Avalanche. Pretty freaking great. Now, what I wanted to look at specifically, though, is this is the most negative review I could find, and even it is very, very positive, which I feel like is a testament to apparently the quality of freaking a Harry Potter game. Here it is. Hogwarts Legacy tries to do too much all at once. Now, this sounds very harsh as a title, but going through the actual review, it seems like this dude kind of loved it. Hogwarts Legacy struggles to balance authenticity against the acceleration of its action, though it does a fine job of concealing a tension between its overlapping role-playing, open-world, action-adventure systems. Standing beside the Great Lake, gazing up at the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry is undeniably awe-inspiring, as is sweeping the valleys surrounding Hogsmeade by broomstick, catching but a glimpse of its many turrets and towers piercing a starry sky. I guess I'm just so blown away by how great this game looks. It's more than just a tech demo, but when I see random bits of gameplay, like this is a review posted by God is a Geek, let me full screen this. This just, from a visual perspective, man, I think this just looks absolutely bonkers. Let me skip ahead to some combat. Look at this. I mean, it seems a little basic. From the outside, it looks a little basic just because, honestly, I still obviously have not played it yet. But the way that you sort of try and apparently cast spells, try and defend yourself. Oh, there's like little challenges and stuff. Cool. man, even your characters' like clothes look so hyper realistic. It's insane. Oh, so you're doing pool spells and stuff. So, man, it's a very modern game. I'm impressed by how much they're managing to do this right, especially by the Harry Potter fans. Going into the reviews for this game, I was perhaps most concerned about the idea of this relying too heavily on nostalgia. It does feel like a lot of games, if they're established in a classic, awesome franchise, they really try and do a bunch of, remember this classic spot? Oh, remember this location? Apparently, they do a good job of making this not just nostalgia. Hogwarts Legacy has a sense of scale in its most impressive feat. The titular school is a spiraling castle with a plethora of nooks and crannies to explore, and throughout the game, most of its secrets will open up to you, even after spending hours attending classes, roaming its hallways, and finding new areas of the school that I'd never seen before. Just when Hogwarts starts to feel familiar, the game pulls the camera back and introduces the rest of the game world. Around 10 hours in, you start exploring the countryside around the school, which is a sprawling area of green dotted with humble wizard hamlets. Of course, there's plenty of familiar landmarks for the franchise's fans to discover, like the Forbidden Forest and Hogsmeade Village. Also included, you can purchase a wand of Orlandervilles and of a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks. However, Hogwarts Legacy isn't just a nostalgia fest. While it does have a litany of references to characters, locations, and concepts from the rest of the franchise, it stands on its own 2 feet. It's a game that can be equally enjoyable to someone who's gorged themselves on Harry Potter and to somebody that's never even heard of Albus Dumbledore. So this seems surprisingly good. And I guess I'm still just blown away because these developers, if you actually dig into the specific people who worked on this, have not really done a lot. And again, I'm saying this as a compliment. I mean, the fact that they managed to make a game that is just so big, that is so, at this point, lauded, that's so pre-ordered, I mean, I guess it's just a testament to how much they've managed to improve, or maybe how much the overarching publisher control managed to help this become bigger and better. Man, look at all these side quests. Oh, you know what? Here's the last thing I really do want to look at, which is the combat. Because really, the gameplay, straight up, if I'm blasting people, the wands in Harry Potter always looked so, goofy. You're just shooting little light out of the tip of a stick. Combat is surprisingly engaging in Hogwarts Legacy. I didn't have high hopes concerning here, as so many ways you can sling a wand at an enemy. However, the game rewards technical gameplay. Just as you gain more spells and abilities, you'll combo and learn parrying. You'll become a comboing and parrying machine. Okay, that does legitimately sound fun. Your basic magic attack is straightforward, 3 little blasts of magic followed by a 4th stronger attack. However, you can mix it up with spells to cause immense damage to foes, and stunned enemies take even more damage, so you can enhance the damage done by relatively weak standard attacks. Parrying and counters are a big part of combat as well. You'll have the ability to deploy magical shields around yourself that can deflect most attacks. By timing this right, you can automatically counter by casting Stupefy, which temporarily stuns an enemy, and follow it with a volley of your own. So it almost sounds sort of timing based. Like just hearing it, it seems like maybe it's more about trying to constantly watch for enemies, react, pivot, and we have seen that little bit of an action roll. I am impressed that they got this as good as they did. Some people are, of course, still memeing on it. I have seen tweets saying stuff like, Hogwarts Legacy is a game that looks like Dark Souls for Mormons. There is, of course, a ton of people still saying that they are going to boycott it. But with scores like this, I feel like we're about to see that difference between mainstream success and video game success. I've always thought that one of the most crazy aspects of Elden Ring is Elden Ring truly achieved mainstream success. It managed to get normal people that had never played a Dark Souls game to basically buy a Dark Souls game. This is one of those projects that normies are going to eat up. I think a lot of hardcore gamers are going to pick it up as well, but this is one of those projects that's just going to probably keep exploding in popularity all year long. Personally, I'm still not buying it. I may pick it up at some point, and I don't mean to hate on it. The last couple Harry Potter universe movies, those Fantastic Beasts films, and even some of the books, I just really didn't care for them. The ability to fly around on your boomstick and do Quidditch and stuff does seem great. I'll probably pick this up on a sale. Not even because I think it's bad, but just because, honestly, I'm playing other games right now for review. When I get to this, though, I bet it's going to be a very good time. What do you think about Harry Potter? What do you think about Hogwarts Legacy? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. And please keep dreaming. All right, time to go to the dentist. I'm so scared. I'll be honest. I hate the dentist more than anything in the universe. But you know what? Being an adult is about doing scary things. They're gonna remove my broken teeth. And I have no back teeth. I have these broken shards. They're going to remove them. Oh, God, it's going to suck. I'm filming this video at freaking 6 a.m.